coming up. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we get a look at Aaron Rodgers as he gets set to lead this Green Bay Packer offense. Rodgers now in his 17th season in the league, and of course, coming off the MVP trophy.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 2 touchdowns and, don't forget, over 200 yards as well. Not bad.
It certainly seemed like every time you looked up, he was catching another touchdown pass, didn't it?
And if he wasn't doing that, it was a great catch for a long run after. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 42. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd inches. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he goes out right around the 39. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game with their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Folk's kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. We get our first look now at Trey Lance ready to quarterback this San Francisco offense. And Lance, the number 3 pick in the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State.
And you remember that when the 49ers made that big trade and paid a steep price to move up from number 12 to number 3, they gave up 3 firsts and a third-round pick. Everyone was wondering, who are they coming up to get? Was it Mac Jones at Alabama, Justin Fields at Ohio State, or was it Trey Lance out of North Dakota State, a true one-year starter on the 1AA level? But they certainly believed in Lance's mental ability as well as his physical ability, and they think that he could play right away if need be. And here he is with the opportunity to do exactly that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. The numbers for him from a week ago: 12 carries, 54 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with 1st downs on each play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw with Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Charlotte Warner, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 22, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Let's go, baby. Okay, here we go.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A first down catch for Allen Lazard, who's turned out to be a personal favorite of quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He's carved out a nice role in this Packers receiver rotation.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Slant to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
First down and a little extra from Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Mostert, 81 yards. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Well, Raheem Mostert, and we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest. Gold to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have the Packers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Second and 7. To throw is Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's complete to Cobb. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. They want to take that course.
And again, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Rodgers going to throw. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now 17-14. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
Lance now on first down.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Lance again.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lance. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over, and now you get the second half to play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Cam Newton, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's get to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Saquon Barkley, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. And finally, on Monday Night Football, bitter rivals in the NFC East, the Eagles and Cowboys from Arlington at 8:15 Eastern Time. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Lance. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Lance going to throw. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And another nice catch there for a first down by Devontae Adams. That's something we're quite familiar with. Last year, the NFL leader in touchdown catches with 18. Tied for 2nd in receptions. 5th in receiving yards. Add it all up, arguably the top receiver in the NFL.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. on second down now. It's Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Folk connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance
steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And he's getting close to that number 300. That's always kind of the benchmark for a great game for a quarterback, isn't it? 300 yards?
Similar to a runner going over 100 yards or a receiver having a 100-yard-plus day. For a quarterback to throw for over 300 yards or hit that number, that kind of separates you a little bit from just the average guys in the league. This puts you up there in the elites, and that's where everyone wants to be.
And a big reason why they're winning, obviously, too.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Rodgers caught by Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
The Packers on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Let's go!
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. And Lance now to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Lance. He's got Ayuk once again.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And this will be a Packers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Rodgers now on 1st down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here.
And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
He'll look to throw.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. He's going to let it fly.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Packers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.